What is up, guys? Welcome to the South Coast. Christmas is right around the corner. It's time to start knocking out that shopping list. And I'm going to help you by giving you the top 10 list of gifts for the outdoorsman, the lawnmower guy, the property manager, the fella who's always tinkering in the garage. Basically, anything I do on the channel. These are the top 10 gifts that I think would be helpful for that sort of fella. So let's get into the list. I'll have the links down in the description and in the top comment for all of these items. Some of them may be Amazon affiliate links. Those links will help the channel out if you use them. It gives me a little bit of a kickback to help me keep making these videos. Otherwise, I'll have links directly to the manufacturer or directly to a dealer for the manufacturer. So you can use those links if you prefer. So without further ado, let's get to the list. All right, guys, item number one is the VP Racing fuel jug with the spout. I use these jugs for all of my power equipment, my lawnmowers, generator, all that sort of stuff, and they are very useful. These spouts they come with, they also work on vehicles. So I have 4 of these that are dedicated to gasoline, 4 of them that are dedicated to diesel. In the event that we have to evacuate for a hurricane, fuel supplies often get tight. A lot of times gas stations are running out of fuel coming up to a hurricane, that sort of thing. So I keep 20 gallons each of gas and diesel ready to go at all times, and I use these VP fuel jugs. These nozzles are made to where they can go into modern fuel filler necks on vehicles. They punch through that little flapper check valve that's oftentimes on the new filler necks, and you can fill them right up. There's no hassle with the anti-siphon device or whatever the EPA is doing to modern gas jugs. These are technically fuel transfer jugs. They're not fuel storage jugs, so keep that in mind. But I keep them full all the time, keep them ready to go. This is a great gift for anybody who runs lawnmowers, 4-wheelers, dirt bikes, tractors, anything like that. If you want to keep some extra fuel on hand, this is the way to go. Item number 2 is the drill and driver combo set from DeWalt. I like DeWalt tools. I know Milwaukee also makes very good tools. I have a couple Milwaukee tools, but as far as the drill and drivers go, I stick with the DeWalt. I've had good luck with DeWalt tools sort of all throughout my tool owning life, and I'll continue to buy them. I do own a Milwaukee nail gun, so I'm not prejudiced against Milwaukee. One thing that I do like better on the DeWalt drills than the Milwaukee is the chuck. At work, we have a lot of Milwaukee drills, and specifically the chuck on those drills, it's not great. Some of them, you can't get them tight enough to grip a drill bit, and others, you get them tight enough to grip the drill bit, and then you can't get them off unless you put a pair of channel locks on them. So I like the DeWalt driver and drill. You can get these as bare tools. You can get them as a set. I know a lot of times right now in this time of year, they're doing good Black Friday sales, both on Amazon and at like Lowe's, Home Depot, those sort of places. So item number 2, like I said, is going to be the DeWalt drill and driver kit. All right, this one is kind of a bonus to tie on along with the drill and driver, but a good set of drill bits. As you can see, I use these a bunch, and I have some that are broken. I need to replace those, but a good set of drill bits as well as a set of various driver bits. I have some additional stuff in here that I have collected over time, but your normal driver bits for different screws, different stuff like that. These 2 bits are for hex-headed screws. A lot of times these are the types of screws that you're going to see on your appliances, your air conditioning units, stuff like that. Those are good to have. This is in addition to this kit. This driver did not come with this kit, but that is a 3/8 square drive to the 1/4-inch impact drive. So you can put this in your impact driver and then put standard 3/8 drive sockets on there. They make these in a set of 3. I'll have those linked as well. but with the 3/8 drive, a 1/4 inch drive, and a 1/2 inch drive, so you can put all your sockets on your brand new DeWalt 1/4 inch drive impact driver and be able to do that. So, little bonus item, we'll tag it along. Next item is the Noco Boost Plus battery jump start box. So this is basically the modern solution to one of the big chunky jump start boxes that you used to be able to get. I think you can still get those, but these things are incredible. This is the size that you need to start any sort of standard 4-cylinder up through 6 and even some 8-cylinder vehicles. This is the one that we keep in my wife's car. I have a bigger one for the truck that I drive. Diesel engines need a size up from this one. I'll have both of those linked down in the description. But these things are great. They're small, lightweight. You can tuck them in the glove box, tuck them in seat back pocket, anywhere like that. They go with you everywhere. This one comes with a light. You can do 12 volt out, so the jump leads just connect right in there. Connect that to your battery, turn it on, crank your vehicle up whenever the battery's low. It also does USB out, so if you need to charge your phones, charge your GPS, whatever you might have that you need to charge on a USB charging cable, you can do that as well. It charges via USB, so when your battery isn't dead and your vehicle is running, you just plug that right into your 12 volt charging port in your vehicle, and you can keep it charged as you go, and you're good to go there. So the Noco Boost Plus jump box, it makes the list. Next is this intercomp tire pressure gauge. This thing is awesome. It's a big face gauge. It glows in the dark. This one goes from 0 to 100 PSI. I got this one because my truck tires, I run those at about 80. So I needed more than just the standard automotive tire pressure gauge. You can get these in all different ranges, but I use this one from everything from my lawnmower down at 10, 12 PSI all the way up to my truck reading at 80 PSI. It's got this nice heavy duty hose on it with a nice brass chuck. So it's all super well built, made very well. It has a deflation button on it, so you can hold it on there, hold the deflate button, and it will air down your tires to your desired pressure if you got too much pressure in there. But this thing is great. It's rubberized on the outside of the gauge, so you can knock it and it's not going to bust or anything like that. The lens is like a polycarbonate material, similar to what you'd get in safety glasses, so it's durable as well. I keep this in my center console, and it goes with me everywhere. So, tire pressure gauge makes the list. Next up is the grip mat. I have several of these. A couple of them I keep in the garage, like this size, and then a couple of them I actually keep in my closet that I use to sort all of my EDC gear, my pocket knife, flashlight, all that sort of stuff when I come home at the end of the day. I sort everything out on there, and it's ready to go for me in the morning. But these mats are great. I think they're a silicone material. As you can see, this one's really dirty just from me using it all the time. They're flexible, so you can have your tools on there. You can drape it sort of on the fender of a vehicle. If it's got a little bit of a curve to it, it'll stay stuck on there, and your tools can sit in there without scratching the side of your vehicle. Once you're done working, you can grab the two handles. It sort of makes a little basket for all your tools to sit in. You can carry it around, do what you need to do. I keep one on my work table and one I sort of use to go from place to place. These grip mats are super nice. Do everything you need to do. Keep you from scratching your vehicle. Keep everything organized. And they're just handy to have. All right, next item is this Streamlight flashlight. This is the Streamlight ProTac 1L-1AA. This is a dual fuel flashlight. You can put a AA in there as well as a CR123. The CR123 gives you a little bit extra brightness. I generally run the AA just because those batteries are a little bit cheaper and I have more of them on hand. You can program how the button cycles through the different brightness settings. Right now I just have it on 1 click is bright, 2 clicks is strobe, 3 clicks is a dimmer setting. You can change it to where you go from bright to dim and have no strobe, which is probably what I need to set it to because I never use the strobe. But these are good flashlights. They're fairly affordable. They're built out of aluminum. So you can see on this one, the anodizing has worn off on a lot of places. I keep this in my pocket every day. I bring it to work. I use it pretty much every day at work. I use it all the time around the house. It's a great little flashlight to keep in your pocket, keep in your vehicle, keep in your backpack, whatever you use. This is a great little flashlight. Good little stocking stuffer. It'll last a long time and it's good to go. So, Streamlight ProTac makes the list. Carrying on the EDC theme, the Benchmade 940. So this is the Benchmade 940. You can get it in a serrated or non-serrated version. I like the non-serrated version. I can sharpen the non-serrated version a little bit better. I'm not a huge fan of serrated pocket knives, mainly because I have a difficult time sharpening those. I'm by no means a professional sharpener, which is one of the nice things about the Benchmades is that you can send them into Benchmade and they will sharpen them up, reprofile them if you mess them up to an extent for life. So that's super nice about the Benchmades. I really like I think they call that the axis lock. Not 100% sure what they call this locking mechanism, but just that little thumb button. You can pinch it or just use your thumb, slide it back, use your finger, slide it back, and that's how you put the knife away and open it. It's got the thumb stud on the blade, so you can also push it out like that. And it comes with a pocket clip. Some folks will take that pocket clip off. I like it. It keeps it right where I need it. I don't have to dig in my pocket to get to it. I have gotten the pocket clip caught on just different things, doorways and handrails and stuff like that at work, and it will bend out a little bit, but I just put it back. I don't even take it off of here. I'll put the whole knife in a vise, squeeze it, and that pocket clip will tighten back up for you. So the Benchmade 940, I've had it for several years. This was actually a Christmas gift many years ago, and it's rocking along. Super awesome. One of my favorite knives. It makes the list for sure. The Benchmade Osborne 940. All right, now we're getting into some fun stuff. This is the Silky Zubat handsaw. This is by far my favorite pruning saw, favorite handsaw. I use this thing all the time around the property. It's super sharp. This is the, I think, 330 millimeter version. They have different sizes of these with different, basically different teeth per inch. So some of them have a finer cut. They have more teeth on the blade. Some of them are a coarser cut. They have less teeth on the blade. I think this is one of the more coarse versions of it. It comes with this nice plastic sheath. It actually comes with a spot to put a belt clip. I currently have that belt clip on my chainsaw belt, so I don't have it here to show you. Inside of there, there's some rollers that guide the saw in, so you're not getting it hung up as you're pushing it in or taking it out. Very good saw. The blade actually comes all the way back into the back of the handle. The blade is replaceable, which is super nice. You take these two screws out, that blade comes out, you can slide a new blade in there, and you're good to go. I haven't had to do anything with this blade aside from keep it clean. It has stayed sharp for the numerous years that I've owned it, and it will cut through limbs super quick. You do have to be careful. Definitely don't cut towards yourself. I did that in a video once. I was cutting down low, pulling the saw. I was holding the limb here, or the little brush here, and pulling the saw that way. I cut right into my shin. This thing doesn't care whether you're cutting wood or flesh or sticking it into your shin bone. So just be careful with that. But the Silky Zubat, super nice saw, gets the job done. It makes the list. Keeping the forestry theme going, this is a Grand Forks Brooks small forest axe. And this is one of my favorite axes. It's not very big, doesn't have a huge blade on it, doesn't have a real long handle on it, but this is what I would consider sort of an all-around axe. This is, like I said, their small forest axe. They have a bigger version of this. Grand Forks Brook has a ton of different axes, and they are all super good. They use really high quality steel, really nice hickory handles. These handles, unlike most axes, they don't come covered in a varnish. So you can just go ahead and start slapping your boiled linseed oil on it and you're good to go. Comes with a nice leather sheath for it. Keeps your edge protected. And like I said, these are really well made. They're made in Sweden. The heads are all forged. They put their maker's mark on it, so it's got the Grand Forks Brook maker's mark as well as the initials of the blacksmith who actually forged your head. So that's sort of cool. You can go on their website and see the different, see the names of the folks who are making these axes and match it up to what's on your axe and sort of see how they do it. These axes are super cool. I keep this with my chainsaw kit. I have a sheath for it. I can wear it in the back of my chainsaw belt whenever I'm cutting. Use it for trimming little limbs that get in the way, as well as pounding axes or pounding wedges with that backside. So the Grand Forks Brooks, super nice axe. It is a little pricey, but I definitely think it's worth it to have such a quality tool. It makes the list. All right, last on the list, this is kind of a 4-for-1. I'll have links for all these separately down in the description, but a good quality set of wooden handled garden tools. So we'll start over here. Flat blade shovel, heavy duty steel. These are made by Jackson. These are real heavy duty steel. I believe they're forged, and they come with these really nice ash handles. I believe you can get them in 60-inch ash handle. So the Jackson flat point shovel, the Jackson digging shovel or round point, to be honest, I don't know exactly what this point profile is called, but just a standard digging type shovel there. And then the Rogue tools, the Rogue hoe is basically a garden hoe shape. It also has a 60-inch ash handle. And then the Rogue hoe, Rogue rake. These two are made out of retired plow discs. So they recycle those plow discs when farmers or whoever's using them use them up. They take those old plow discs, cut the tines, and cut the hoe shape out of them. They weld on a socket, and then they pin in a nice ash handle. So, like I said, this is kind of a 4-for-1, but I think having this set of 4 tools, you can do anything you're going to need to in the dirt, whether you're digging, mucking out, if you got to clean up a garden bed or clean out a trench, anything like that. I probably use these two more than any of these. And then the rake is super good for just raking up branches, raking up pine straw, raking grass, anything you need to do with a hard rake. Really good for cleaning up like around a fire pit. If you want to get rid of all the vegetation around the fire pit, these tools will do that super quick. They use a lot of these on fire lines for wildfire remediation. So I know they're quality tools. They're super heavy duty. All of this stuff is super heavy duty. You won't have to replace the heads at all. You may have to replace the handles if you get a little bit too much leverage put on them. If you're digging and run into a root or something, you can definitely break the wooden handles off, but you can get replacement handles for any of these things, and they're really easy to replace on your own. So like I said, I'll have links for all 4 of these down in the description. Heavy duty garden tools make the list. All right, guys, well, that does it. That's the top 10 list of gifts, 2024 Christmas list for the outdoorsman, lawnmower guy, garage tinkerer, property manager, basically the South Coast fabrication and outdoors Christmas list. So, hope that was helpful for you. Use those links down in the description. Like I said, the Amazon links will help the channel. They give me a little bit of a reward for you using those links. The price will be the same for you. Otherwise, you can use those manufacturer or dealer links that I put down there. I don't get any sort of kickback from those, but just want to have them down there for the items where I could find them, just in case you wanted to use those links instead. So anyway, guys, I hope y'all have a good one. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. As always, we'll catch you next time down here on the South Coast.